Just a phenomenal at-bat right there all the way through, and then, the homer earlier in the game to get us on the board. You can't say enough about just how good it must feel for Gino and picking up those 5 RBIs for us today, and giving us a victory. This was just a great day for him, and again, a great day up and down the lineup. That's how we roll, and that's what we do well, and today it came through for us big time.
Third row straight ahead, Mike.
Dan, right here. You've been in that dugout for some of the biggest moments in franchise history, but that 8th inning, just what did that feel like? Just being in there, feeling the crowd, feeling the momentum. What was that like for you?
Yeah, first of all, it felt like Cal's ball was in the air for about an hour, but to see that one go over and tie the score, and then after Gino's grand slam, I'm not sure I've heard that building any louder than that. Again, just can't say enough about the fans here in Seattle. Just how much they support us, how they come out, how they turn out, how they give us the energy we need. Another phenomenal day from the people here in Seattle, and it makes you emotional just thinking about that, and just how loud it was at that moment. And talking to a lot of people who have been around here since the 2001 days, and they don't remember a time that it was this loud before. So just an incredible moment, I think, at T-Mobile, and you can't say enough about the support we've received from these fans this year.
Staying on your far left by the monitor, Jared.
How can you articulate what your 2 big trade deadline acquisitions have meant to this team, especially what's happened over the last couple of weeks here?
Yeah, again, we've, you look at our club and just how much deeper it got with Josh and Gino, and just the number of big hits that they've come up with for us along the way, along the stretch. Nails has been, so good defensively at first, but also just picking up huge knocks all over the place, for us down the stretch. And then Gino, big home runs, and then certainly today, just an absolutely huge day for us. Can't thank the front office enough. You can't thank the job that Jerry Justin and Andy McKay have done to put this team together. And we still have work to do. We still have a lot of work to do here to get through and to get to the next step. But just a huge day all around, and a good way to get on that plane.
Third row on your right, Ryan.
Dan, when Gino struggles, it can often look really ugly. But have you ever seen a player that doesn't seem to show his struggles pregame, postgame? People are around it, but can you articulate to people what it's really like to be around him when because it doesn't seem like it's any different than when he's rolling.
Yeah, I think, as good a player as Gino is, he's an even better person, and I think that's what shines through with Gino. You can't tell if he's in a slump. You can't tell what he's going through, because he's always picking everybody else up, and he's just a selfless player. And that's why everybody roots in that clubhouse roots for Gino so hard, because he just doesn't think about himself at all. And again, just being able to give Gino a hug after the game, and knowing how good it feels for him to do what he did today. He's just an incredible person, an incredible leader. An incredible ball player, and today just a huge day for him.
Right next to Ryan, John.
I have 2 questions, one defense, one pitching. On the defensive side, Naylor makes that amazing play on the Jimenez liner. I wonder, on that one, is that his positioning? Is that some guidance from infield coaches? I wonder, a play like that's massive early in the ballgame.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a combination of both. I think, Nails has the ability. He's quick, and he's able to play off the bag pretty well, and had it positioned very, very well. But I know Manny, Acta, and our analytics team do a great job of positioning guys too. So, combination of both there for sure. And I told him, afterwards, that if he's going to have a quick release like that, we might start putting him behind the plate. So, because I thought he got rid of the ball pretty quickly after the line drive. Great play.
And then with Wu, how close was that to being exactly the circumstance in which you wanted to get him into the game, and just the overall pitch count and circumstances? Yeah,
I think it worked out well, for him to be able to get in there, to get his feet wet again, and to see what it was like coming out of the bullpen. And be able to get 2 innings in, I thought it was a great way to sort of bridge our bullpen at that point. Having had to go to the bullpen a little bit early again today, so giving us a little bit of a bridge, and it worked out well, and it kept the game close. That's what we're trying to do, is keep the game close and allow our offense to do some damage late.
We'll go to Ken.
Dan, it seems like forever ago now, but I was just wondering your thinking on lifting Bryce when you did.
Pardon me, one more time?
Lifting Bryce when you did.
Oh, yeah. You know, again, I thought Bryce was throwing the ball well, and again, we had the ability with our bullpen again today. We were not as rested as yesterday, but we had a good handle on what guys were able to do today, and again, it was a situation where we wanted to keep it as close as possible at that point, and so going to Brash felt like the natural lift right there with the leadoff guy on, and again, we've had that luxury here in this series to be able to go early to the pen, and we'll just we keep reading it, we keep taking it day by day, and situation by situation.
I'll finish up with Daniel here.
Dan, back to Cal real quick. The double play that he ignited on the ball that stabs in the ground. I mean, you're a former catcher. Just what kind of wherewithal and awareness does it take to execute that play the way he did?
Yeah, it was just a heads-up play. The ball I don't think anybody could have placed it any better than where it ended up. And then for him to be able to pounce on that, the touch home plate and then get the easy double play at first. In that moment, huge moment, bases are loaded there with the one out, and to be able to pick up that double play was huge. And again, he's all over it, and that's what he's done all season long. Both sides of the ball, we saw him make that play today. A lot of nice blocks today, and then to be able to deliver offensively like he did, it's just again. In my mind, an easy MVP choice, and today was just another perfect example of that.
All right, Dan, we'll see you in Toronto. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll welcome Gino up to the stage. All right, Gino, congratulations, but you got to introduce us to your roster here. So,
all right, guys, this is my two beautiful daughters, Nicole and Melanie.
All right, well, congratulations to all of you, and I'll go to questions. We'll start with Taryn right up front.
Gino, we talked about it when they brought you back here, but looking in the hallway in the clubhouse, good vibes only is still a sign here. Just the impact you had your first stint, just what are the emotions after that grand slam and that home run earlier and bringing this team to a place where it's never been one win away from the World Series?
I mean, it's a lot, be able to do or have days like this, and for me it's very special. The emotion is there, always high. The crowd keep us, on the field, keep on the fight. They want or they expect something good for us. And be able. I've been waiting for games like this my whole career, and today I had it. Today I had it in front of our crowd, in front of my family, my two daughters, my wife, and the moment is very special right now. And my emotion right now is very high. I feel so grateful. God give me the ability to do something good for this city, and the bar is always gonna be high. Even when you're struggling, you gotta keep your good vibes because it's a gift. And today, our vibe was so high. We know what is in front of us, and we wanna take it. We're not gonna quit. We've been playing really good baseball. Today was special. We did a really good little things, help a team wins, and like I say, it was very special to be part of this organization.
Third row on your right, Ryan.
You said we talked post-game, right?
I told you, yes, sir.
Okay. When you're struggling in the postseason, though, how hard is it to maintain good vibes? Like today, you were out dancing and talking to teammates, but is it any more difficult to maintain the good vibes because everything is so magnified?
It's very hard. Obviously, you want to do something. You want to be part of this, do something for the team, for the fans. And me especially, I just handle it in the good way. I know that this game is so beautiful, and they're going to give you an opportunity like today. And I just keep my focus, keep my fire, not quick, and and go to every game and try or play good baseball. I know that on my abilities, I can help my team not only hitting homers, but defense, have a good at bats, grind in the game, and stay focused. I know, and this game is beautiful, and it's hard at the same time. You just got to keep going. You just got to work hard, never quit, never doubt in yourself, and not put too much pressure. Because when you try too hard is when you not going to have a good results. And me especially, I'm the guy who just believe in what can do. And I put everything on the field and not expect to have a good results every time. But knowing that this moment going to come to my way. And today, like I say, today was very special. Not only because I hit the Grand Slam, but I give it the opportunity, my daughters and my wife watching and came here. They came here last night and just for watch this type of game. And I've been waiting for this. And I just feel so grateful right now and feel so good because we got in Toronto with an opportunity in front of us to go to a World Series.
I'm going to Daniel right here.
Gino, we're seeing such raw emotion from you. Is this the most emotional you've ever been on a baseball field?
To be honest, I want to say yes. It's a lot of good. I have a good amounts, beautiful moments in my career, but today is something else. Hit that Grand Slam and help my team win games in the postseason, big game here in front of our fans. They've been waiting for a long time, and so did myself too. I've been waiting for these moments my whole career. God is good, and I gotta glorify Him because He gave me the opportunity to put everything on the field and doing it for Him, and doing it for me, for my family, and for our city. Seattle really deserves this.
We'll go to Alejandro over here.
Eugenio, buenas noches. Felicidades por esta jornada tan especial para ti y para el equipo de los Marineros. Bueno, vamos por partes. Primero ese jonrón en el primer turno contra Gaussman que le dio el ánimo al equipo, ¿no? Poner al equipo arriba. Había sucedido en los 3 juegos que daban el jonrón primero y se les escapaba el juego a lo largo del encuentro. Cuéntanos un poco primero de ese momento.
Mira, sí, obviamente fue algo, como tú dices, inyectar la chispa al equipo. Obviamente veníamos de 2 derrotas aquí en casa. Obviamente los ánimos se caldean un poco o se bajan, pero siempre he sido el tipo de persona que mantengo ese ánimo. Yo sé que en cualquier momento las cosas van a volver a nuestro favor y bueno, gracias a Dios en ese primer turno uno de los mejores pitchers obviamente de todas las grandes ligas, o uno de los mejores pitchers de Toronto, poder haberle conectado ese jonrón e inyectar esa energía al equipo, decirles a ellos, oye, aquí estamos, no nos vamos a rendir, es lo más especial, ¿no?
Y ahora ese octavo inning, el jonrón de Cal Riley que le dio el ánimo al equipo y lo que se vivió en ese momento.
Mira, ese momento fue obviamente uno de el más especial de mi carrera. Hasta ahora he esperado mucho tiempo por momentos así. Son momentos que uno sueña de niño, momentos que tú quieres llegar y ser la persona que conecte ese gran slam. De verdad, lo soñé de niño y yo estoy seguro que muchas personas que me van a ver o que me están viendo han tenido ese sueño también y yo le doy gracias a Dios porque obviamente hoy se cumplió el mío. Ese jonrón de Cal Riley fue obviamente esa energía que nos inyectó. Después de ahí pudimos llenar las bases sin out, sabiendo que era la oportunidad de nosotros de voltear el juego, de poder ganarlo. Dios ha sido bueno, Dios puso todo en su lugar y mire, me dio la dicha a mí de poder conectar ese jonrón y darle la victoria al equipo.
Tuviste que batallar viniendo de atrás 0-2. ¿Y cómo fue ese momento?
Mira, obviamente nunca me he rendido. Sé que el momento era el clave. Sabíamos que en cualquier momento él podía entrar allí. Nunca me rendí, nunca di el turno por acabado y bueno, gracias a Dios lo gané ahí.
Go to Mike and then Tyler.
Yeah, Gino, when you get traded back to Seattle and they're obviously in a playoff race and you imagine what this was going to be like, did you imagine a moment like that, or was that beyond even what you could have imagined at that time?
I mean, I know. I faced the team when I was with D-backs, and I know how good they are, and I know that we got a chance to do something special for our organization. I know that like I always say, they make it a really good move, not because they bring me or they bring Naylor. No, they try to win. They try to win, and for me, big bag and came back in this situation and do my best to help the team not only win games but go into the position and be in this postseason right now and have something special in front of us, and obviously it's very, very good for me and for our organization too.
Go to Tyler in the back, Gino.
Just the single yesterday going the opposite way, driving in a run, did any of that sort of help lock you in? And then if you could, just take me through that at bat where you hit the grand slam and the pitch and all that stuff.
I mean, obviously I've been grinding all postseason. I know those big hits like that, it give you a confidence and tell you that you close. And that hit right there, I'm not try too much. Like I always say, I just try to put a ball in play. I got inside out really well, and I put a ball in, and use the whole field is my key right now. I just try to not just pull hard or put it on the air. Use the whole field and lock in. You'll be ready for something on the harder play. Be ready for something on my strike zone, and not let the fastball beat me. That was my mentality today. Be ready for something there and be ready for the fastball.
And the third row on your left.
Gino, you've flashed the heart gesture with your hands many times after home runs with your teammates, things of that nature. When you did it crossing home plate, it looked like you kind of took a moment to soak it in. What was racing through your head as you looked at the crowd?
I just pray in that moment, and I ran the bases, pray, and tell God, thank you for this moment. And when I crossed the home plate, I just pointed at my wife because I knew it. She was praying too, because we've been waiting for this moment, and now we got it in our hands. And I just want to tell God, thank you for everything that He gave me, because I am here because He let me be here. He want me to be here, and I hit that homer, and I helped my team win because him. I just swing the ball and let the result coming from him.
We'll finish up in that same spot.
I have a question for Nicola and Melanie, if you would mind. Could you tell us what the best thing about your papi is?
Doing the home run.
Duro.
Doing the home run.
Doing the home run, all right.
Doing a home run and be the best. Thank you.
Well, congrats to the whole family.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate
Awesome job.
it. Thank you.
Great day. And we'll bring the other Mariners hero up, Cal. Thanks for waiting, Cal.
Mariners. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
All right, Cal, congratulations. Thank you for waiting. Who has the first question? We'll start with Taryn right up front.
Cal, on offense and defense, just in that eighth inning, what were you looking for on that home run, and just what was kind of going through your mind in that double play to Naylor earlier in the game?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we dodged a lot of bullets today. Getting that double play and then the weird one there at home when Ernie hit it. So, that's what you got to do, though. You got to find a way to get through those tough innings, and we were able to, make some plays there, which was huge.
Middle of the third row.
Cal, what was your vantage point there for Gino's grand slam, and what were your immediate thoughts?
Yeah, I was just trying to find a place to watch. The whole, obviously dugout was on their feet. So, I was just He looked good in the at-bat. He looked good. Fouled some pitches off, and I was just saying, I just want him just move it forward, just get the ball to the outfield. And he's so good with runners in scoring position. He always has been. He's always he's a professional hitter, and he's smart. He's smart, and like I said, he didn't just get it to the outfield; he got it over. So it was huge and great at bat for him.
Third row on your right, Ryan.
Cal, you watched Gino, and can you describe the consistency of his personality? You played with him 2 different times now. He's grinding through the postseason, but he doesn't seem to change. I mean, have you had a teammate like that before? And can you just tell people who aren't around to see it every day what it's like? Yeah, I mean, Gino's a true pro, and I guess what I mean by that is, he doesn't let results, dictate, how, who he is as a person, who he is as a teammate, and how he goes about his business every day. So, obviously hit a little rough patch there a couple week or two ago, but it never fazed him. He stayed with his approach and he trusted himself, and he like I said, he's awesome. He's consistent as could be, same guy every day, great teammate, and like I said, always brings the energy. So.
Second row, you're right, Daniel.
Cal, off the bat with yours, did you know it was gone? And kind of following up on that, what have you made? What adjustments have you made to prepare for lefties coming in to face you late in games when they try to flip you around?
Yeah, I think first of all, I think when I hit the ball, I thought I got it, and then obviously realized it went so high, and I looked at the straw, I believe was in left, and I believe it was him, but he was kind of at the fence, kind of waiting up, and I was like, I wasn't sure, and then obviously got enough. So, roof open, maybe a different result, I don't know, but glad I got enough of that one. So, and then as far as dealing with that, I think before a lot of times I'd get out there and just start swinging and try to hit something hard, and I was patient, waited for my pitch there, and understand that let the game come to me. Try to make solid contact. Don't need a home run. Don't need to try to hit a ball 500 feet. Just do something good, and adrenaline will usually take over in those moments.
Third row on your left, Mike.
Cal, you just mentioned adrenaline. You've been a part of some massive adrenaline moments here in terms of ending the drought and the 15-inning game and all those things. Just that 8th inning, what did that feel like from your vantage point? Have you been a part of a baseball moment like that? Just how do you kind of describe the adrenaline spike in that?
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, honestly, we the fans in the stadium they were waiting 26 innings for something like that. Obviously didn't deliver the first 2 games, but when those moments happened, they just exploded, and they've been waiting for that. So that was a huge moment, and that was probably one of the loudest moments I've ever heard here. So it was when Gino cleared that wall. It was really, really awesome. Just so fun to be part of.
A row behind Cal, Tyler.
Cal, as you said, the last couple of games got away from you early. What in this game made you think, like, this is more Mariner baseball, this is the kind of game that we play here and that we win?
Yeah, I think we grinded through those innings, like I said, in those middle innings, obviously, and we were able to, leave the scoring at a minimum, not let them put up crooked numbers, and, like I said, kind of getting the win or taking the little small victories with them just putting up 1 run each inning. So obviously we didn't want that, but they're a tough lineup. They're really good. They swing the bat extremely well. They swing at good pitches, so they're tough. And like I said, just being able to minimize that damage and just stay in the fight in those innings and not give up that big hit was the difference maker.
End of the third row on your left.
Cal, with the way it ended like that, how meteoric it was, what's the challenge now, practically speaking, to get to Toronto and play in less than 2 days? Or what is it about your team that you think you can handle this quick turnaround?
Yeah, it's that time of year. Guys we're excited. If you can't get up for these games, then you probably shouldn't be here. So our guys are up for the challenge, and we have a tough road ahead of us. We know they're a good ball club. We just have to go in there, play our kind of game, be aggressive, do what we do, and try to stay in the moment, not for the moment. So just really enjoy it and go out there and try to take care of business.
First row on your left, Cal.
Yeah, Cal, kind of adding on that, you lose your first 2 games here. Talk about the patience and the belief you all had to get here to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, those first 2 games were not great. So those were tough ones. Couldn't get things going on either side of the ball there. And today it was just a resilient effort. It was just relying on each other. It was staying in the fight, not giving up. I think like I said, getting those double plays were huge, and keeping the crooked number off the board. So just a great effort, and not giving in. But things went wrong the first 2 games, and then today, something bad happened. We stay in it. We don't give up. We don't stop fighting. So,
Third row on your left, Cal.
Cal, you wear 29 as a tribute to a family member. It's an important number in the Raleigh family. What does it mean to have 29 be such an important number in Seattle as well?
Yeah, I mean, I wear it for my uncle who passed away, and he means a lot to my family, and I'm glad to do it. And like I said, he was a big impact on my dad and the rest of his family as well. So it's like I said, it's kind of a cool thing that was very kind of a coincidence how it happened, but I'm very glad it did that way.
The 2 last ones. John on your right.
Hey, Cal, in retrospect, probably one of the biggest outs of the game was Vlad in the 5th there with Brash on the mound. How did you approach that really important plate appearance?
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best hitters in the game, and he's as hot as anybody right now. I mean, to be honest, you just got to execute, and even if you do execute, sometimes he can still get you. So he's a great hitter, and Brash, got to tip the cap to him. He made some really good pitches to him. Was able to tie him up a little bit there with that sinker on that last pitch, but. Like I said, he's a very smart hitter too. I think a lot of people don't give him credit for that, but obviously he's amazing with his talent, but very smart as well.
And then with Wu, your thoughts on just kind of how his stuff looked out of the bullpen tonight?
Yeah, I thought he looked great. Again, you got to give them credit. They hit his fastball, which is his best pitch, but those were 2 big innings. Tip the hat to Kirk and Ernie as well. Hit some pitches. The one to Ernie kind of leaked a little bit, but the Kirk one was a good pitch, and I thought he looked good. He looked sharp. I was actually kind of surprised at how sharp he was for not pitching so long. So it was like I said, I thought he executed pretty well today.
We'll finish up in the front row.
On the topic of execution, Bryce, just how he's pitched the last couple games. He started you guys off with a win. He ended your homestand here with a win. It seems like that these past 2 starts, he's really expanded his arsenal more than he was able to in the regular season. Just what have you noticed from your vantage point, just how he's been able to execute these past 2 starts for him?
Yeah, I think, he's doing a great job of using all the pitches. And I think with this lineup and any team you're facing this time of year, you have to mix. You can't rely on one pitch or maybe even 2. I mean, obviously there's the outliers who have those really 2-1-2 combos, but he's doing a great job of mixing, moving, and like I said, you got to try to stay a step ahead of these guys, and he's done a really good job of that. I thought he threw the ball really well again today, being able to mix, and like I said, he has to be able to use that full arsenal and be able to locate different areas of the zone, which I thought he did a really good job of today again.
All right, Cal, congrats on a great day for the Mariners.
Thanks, guys.
See you in Toronto. That concludes today's post game. In Toronto tomorrow, we're looking